Well, fall is coming, and that means that communities across the United States are at higher risk for storms, wildfires, tornadoes, hurricanes, which means power outages. And in fact, NOAA has predicted that this year is going to be rather rough, which means potentially more power outages, putting families at risk. So I want to talk about preparedness during large power outages due to storms, especially during this upcoming season, and that's where EcoFlow comes in. When the power goes out, it's not necessarily inconvenient, it's actually pretty dangerous, especially for those that are vulnerable, like children or the elderly who rely on medical care. It can actually be life-threatening. And the typical route to provide power to a house or to a device in a time of need is a gas generator, and they work and they have their place, but they're not perfect. Fuel can run out, they require a lot of maintenance, they're noisy, they're stinky, and you can't use them indoors, which limits their use. With EcoFlow, there is less waiting, more safety, and storm-ready power that you can rely on. So I just unboxed the EcoFlow Delta 2 Max and the extra battery, storage battery, and I want to give you my first impressions. Let's start with the smart storage battery. It has a nice little storage compartment here for all the cables. These are the cables that came with the Delta 2 Max, but I'm placing them in here for easy storage, and this can be stored in there as well. I really like that. Hurricanes and large storms are one of the biggest causes of power outages in the US. Power can be down for days, and that actually may affect local gas stations, which may not be functioning. The EcoFlow Delta 2 Max is designed specifically for this type of scenario. It starts with a 2,000 watt-hour battery, and it can expand to over 6,000 watt-hours with 2 extra batteries. That's enough to keep your fridge and freezer running so food and medication doesn't spoil, while also powering your Wi-Fi and keeping your phones charged to keep you connected, and emergency lights powered on for safety. And unlike gas generators, you don't have to wait for fuel. With dual solar inputs, you can recharge straight from the sun, even harvesting up to 25% more energy using EcoFlow's bifacial solar panels. It's power that doesn't run out when fuel does. In September of 2024, Hurricane Helene affected our area of East Tennessee pretty heavily. It's something I'll never forget. We were left without water for days. In addition, we were left without power for days. We used a couple portable power stations we had on hand to keep the 2 freezers down in the basement running so the food wouldn't spoil. We used it to charge our cell phones so we could stay in contact, and we even powered the RV, which we were living in at the time, to keep things running there. Blizzards and ice storms bring a whole different set of challenges. Roads close, power lines freeze, which means the power goes out, which then means the heat goes out. With Delta 2 Max providing 2,400 watts of AC output, it can run a space heater, heated blanket, or even a kettle so you can have hot meals. And thanks to its industry-leading recharge speeds, if the grid flickers on even for a short window, you can charge from 0 to 80% in just about 43 minutes with AC and solar combined, or just over an hour with AC alone. It also uses LFP battery chemistry, which offers 3,000 cycles, so you can go from 0 to 80% 3,000 times. That's more than 10 years of every single day use. So you know it'll be around for multiple winters to keep your power going in the time of need. On the front here, power button, you got 2 100 watt USB-Cs, 2 fast charge USB-As, and 2 USB-A regular. And it does offer Bluetooth pairing for their app. We have 6 20 amp AC plugs. We have a 12 volt DC connector, and these tabs here are actually in really good to make it nice and dust tight and watertight. And then 2 3 amp outputs. I've never seen these before. I'm not sure how those things are used. For your inputs, it's under this little tab here. You have 2 solar connectors or car charger connectors there. And it actually came with a car charger connector right here, which is nice. And then you have your AC input, and it came with a AC cord. And then you also have the ability to change from fast charge to slow charge, and it has an over current protection fuse. Wildfires can mean evacuating at little to no moment's notice. And that may mean that you're in your car or a shelter for several days without power, but not with the Delta 2 Max. It's compact, it's quiet, it's fume-free, and it's safe to use indoors, whether that's your car, a shelter, or a tent. You can charge this directly with your car when it's running, directly from the cigarette lighter port. And if you want to charge it really fast while you're on the go, you can buy the optional car kit that connects directly to your alternator and provides 800 watts of charging power. And with the EcoFlow app, you can monitor power use and prioritize the most important devices for your family. That's instant, flexible power that you can take with you. All right, so I have the solar panels sitting in the sun, almost facing directly towards it. And I'm about to hook it up to the EcoFlow right now. Here we go, into PV1. Okay, and it's showing 60 watts of solar input, 114, 161. What I want to demonstrate is the bifacial portion of this. You can get up to 25% extra wattage output on the solar panel if you have reflection going to the back of the panels. We're at 192 watts, and I'm going to reflect. And now we're at 203 watts. So it does add some additional wattage to the charging capability when the back panels are receiving some sort of light, which is nice. Yeah, so the panels are only gonna ever provide a maximum of 220 watts to the EcoFlow. But in the case where you don't have direct sun and you have sunlight bouncing off the grass or whatever surface the panels are laying on, you get up to 20% or 25% extra wattage from the back of the panels. It's kind of cool. Earthquakes can happen without any warning and knock out power, communication, water, and all other utilities that you depend on. In those first critical hours, the Delta 2 Max can keep emergency radios, phones, and satellite internet like Starlink up and running so you can get updates and contact loved ones. It can also run electric cookware like an induction cooktop or a rice cooker, which is important, especially if gas lines are shut off. And because aftershocks are always a risk, it's good to know that this is compact and portable so you can bring it with you to a safe location and continue having power as needed. And with EcoFlow's 5-year warranty and #1 global ranking in portable power stations, you know it's a solution built for long-term reliability. So whether it's hurricanes, blizzards, wildfires, heat waves, or earthquakes, the risks are real. And the truth is, gas generators aren't always enough. Fuel can be scarce, noise and fumes limit where you can use them, and setup takes time that you may not have. The EcoFlow Delta 2 Max fills those gaps. It's fast to charge, expandable, fully solar ready, safe to use indoors, and powerful enough to run everything from medical devices, fridge and freezers, cooktops, power tools, AC units, and more. When disaster strikes, it's not just about having power, it's about having the right kind of power. The Delta 2 Max is designed to keep you and your family powered no matter what. With EcoFlow, it's always less waiting, more safety. The Delta 2 Max is just one part of a complete lineup designed to keep you and your family powered no matter what. EcoFlow offers a whole range of various sizes of portable power stations and whole house backup systems. Use my link below to check out the Delta 2 Max and EcoFlow's extensive line of products.